Welcome back to yet another episode of The Single Rider. Today we're mixing it up. We are not at a Disney park. No, we are not. We are at my second favorite park, Universal Studios. Gonna head on in today. It's my first time back since COVID. Let's go see how this is today. Let's go have some fun, single rider style. First up, we gotta get our temperature taken. Make sure we're good to go. Thanks, we're good. You need to have a temperature of 100.4 degrees or lower. Hopefully if you've got a temperature of 100.4, you're staying home because you probably don't feel so good if you're up to that high. So far, you guys, looking like Universal's quite a bit busier. They obviously don't have a reservation system here, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be quite a bit busier. We shall see. I don't know how I feel about this one yet. It's interesting to check out the movies that are playing. We've got like old classics like Jurassic Park, Spaceballs, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Jaws. Well guys, first glance, way more crowded than Disney. Not even close, you guys. Like, I'm not really sure. I'm just trying to stay away from people as much as I can. A lot more difficult to socially distance here, at least in City Walk area. We'll see once we get into one of the parks. So yeah, you guys, I think we're gonna head over into Islands of Adventure. And for those of you that don't know, there's two parks here at Universal's resort. Well, there's more than two parks, but there's two main parks. We have Islands of Adventure over here, and then over to my right, we have Universal Studios. We may or may not get over there today. Obviously, very, very limited hours right now. But I've always just kind of been a fan of Islands of Adventure because they have a lot more thrill rides over here. Yeah, now that we're actually out of City Walk, it's a little bit better, a little easier to maintain that social distancing. Over in City Walk and through security was a lot more difficult to do. Just kind of felt like a normal day here, to be honest with you. So I was a little uncomfortable. Universal has different restrictions and different guidelines when it comes to your face coverings. I've seen people literally just wearing those mask covers without the mask over their mouth and nose.
Happy birthday, gorgeous. Have a wonderful
So,
day.
and I've seen a lot of people walking around with their masks off.
Yeah,
So at Disneyworld, I would see cast members constantly telling people to pull their face masks up. In fact, they told me a couple of times.
Traditional Caribbean fare.
But just like walking past the ticket kiosk here, I'm seeing people without masks on. So I don't know, guys. We'll see how long I stay here. Yeah, well, let's head into the park. So I just checked, they are not doing single riders because of social distancing, which makes 100% sense. But you see over here, it says 15 minutes, but they're actually missing a zero there. It's 2.5 hour wait, guys, which seems really high. I don't think I've ever seen it that high. I feel really uneasy. I'm literally just gonna walk around and then probably leave because I just don't feel safe here. I mean, people are wearing their masks here, that's good, but like, I keep seeing people take their masks off while they're walking. I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is crazy. I was hoping it'd get better the further you kind of walk to the back of the park, but it's just more of the same. In fact, it's worse in these little narrow areas. Guys, I just don't know why Universal hasn't implemented some type of reservation system similar to what Disney World has done. I mean, clearly nobody wants to be in the situation that we're in with the pandemic, but At least Disney is making the experience for their guests the best that it can possibly be by limiting the crowds, keeping people distant. Universal's like, yeah, okay, well, we'll make people wear masks, kind of, but we're not gonna we're not gonna have a capacity. We're just gonna let people in. Whoever wants to show up and pay for a ticket, or whoever has an annual pass, can just get in. No worries. This is not, I don't know, guys. I'm not one to tell a company how to do their business, but from a guest perspective, number one, I don't find this enjoyable. Number two, I don't find this safe. Yeah. But just right now, I just feel so uneasy being around so many people with the restrictions and with the cases spiking here in Florida. I'm just trying to keep moving and stay away. I'm not seeing people socially distancing themselves, so I'm just not going to wait in any of these lines. There's just no enforcement going on. And I guess apparently you don't need to wear masks on the water rides. I saw half of those people wearing masks and half of them not wearing masks. They're supposed to close, Universal's Islands of Adventure is supposed to close today at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But the team member that I just spoke to mentioned that they may be extending their operating hours till 7 o'clock tonight, just because they said it was the busiest they've ever seen since they've reopened. So I guess I'm not the only one kind of noticing how busy it is, because even Universal is saying that they're going to extend their hours. So just waiting for this next boat. Let's see who's wearing masks. So I'm actually headed back to the front of the park right now. I've only been into the park for about an hour to an hour and a half, and I'm just not feeling it, guys. There's way too many people here. I've basically spent the majority of my time avoiding people, trying to stay away, trying to distance myself, stay socially distant, but it's just impossible. With the amount of people that they have here, it's just impossible to stay distant from everybody. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of The Single Rider. I know it wasn't the type of video I wanted to make today, but if you're asking yourself the question, do I feel safe at Universal? Do I feel safe at Disney? I would say yes to Disney, no to Universal. I just can't, guys. You know, I'm at these parks a lot. I know what feels good and I know what feels right now. I'm just not feeling it. Just not feeling it right now, guys. I wanted it to not be this way, but I think I'll be avoiding Universal for quite a while. And I don't want to say that at all. But anyways, thank you so much for tuning in once again. Be awesome, be true to yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.